Hearing the words of Elder Sue, Shoud immediately asked with excitement, "Dad, what good way do you have to make Leona's death impeccable?" Elder Sue sneered. "It was to find an A-level wanted criminal who committed a capital crime in advance and gives his family 10 million in relocation allowance to let him escape to Orr's Hill." Shoud hurriedly asked, "Dad, do you want that wanted criminal to act?" The old man Sue said calmly. "It is to make the wanted criminal do a good job, but the whole plan is not as simple as you think." After speaking, the old man continued, "I have also let people leak this information to the local police in Orr's Hill. I believe that soon the police in Orr's Hill will search for this wanted criminal throughout the city. He has many homicides on his account, and he will die if he is caught. So he will naturally run desperately under the police chase. By then, he will run around Orr's Hill like a headless fly, and then escape to the auction site by accident. When he arrives at the auction site, the Orr's Hill police will definitely send a large number of people to surround the entire treasure pavilion. Then he is like a turtle in the urn. In a panic, it is normal to hold several hostages. At that time, in order to survive, this wanted criminal will naturally use the hostages as a threat and drive away with the hostages. At that time, he will make sure to take Leona into the car." Shoud hurriedly asked, "Then when will he kill Leona?" After getting in the car, or after escaping? There was a sharp flash in the eyes of Old Man Sue, and he said coldly, "The plan I made for him is to kill Leona after he escapes, and then I will send him to the Philippines by boat, but if this person lives, he will increase the risk of our exposure. I have arranged for others to directly cause a car accident after he took Leona into the car and neutralize him and Leona together." Having said this, the old man smiled sinisterly and said, "By then, these two people will go to see the Lord together, and our plan will never be revealed. Even if the whole world suspects that we killed her, it doesn't matter. They can say whatever they say if they can't find any evidence." Shoud said excitedly, "Dad, your trick is really wonderful. First, you secretly instructed an A-level wanted criminal to escape to Orr's Hill, accidentally escape to the auction venue, kidnap Leona, and then the wanted criminal rushing away with Leona. Accidentally encounter a car accident and die, and even Leona killed together. The cause and effect are perfect. It seems that Leona cleaned up. I believe that no one should doubt our Sue family. It is really perfect." Elder Sue nodded with a sneer, and said seriously, "I think I have been up and down in the sea of commerce for half my life, but for everything I have to do, I will consider a few more steps forward and a few more backward, and strive to be foolproof before starting." Having said this, he sighed and sighed, "Hey. The only mistake in my life was that of Ruoli. Originally, it was all planned with the Japanese self-defense forces, which could be said to be foolproof, but I am now confused. I don't understand, which link was the problem? Not only is Ruoli missing, but even my overall plan has been discovered. It is really a heavy loss. What I am most worried about now is that Ruoli is not only alive somewhere, there is even a hidden behind-the-scenes person behind her back. If that's the case, then this person is likely to become the deadly enemy of our family in the future." When Shoud heard this, he nodded in agreement and sneered in his heart. "Although I don't know which part of Ruoli had the problem, I don't know whether Ruoli is behind the scenes. But if there is, I really want to thank him. If he hadn't ruined the old man's plan, how could the old man push his eldest brother out as a substitute? If the old man doesn't push the eldest brother out as a substitute for the dead, then how can I have the opportunity to replace the eldest brother as the heir?" However, Shoud didn't dare to show his inner joy. He asked with concern, "Dad, that wanted criminal, when will you start?" Elder Sue looked at the time and said, "If there is no deviation in the plan, the criminal should arrive at the auction site in 10 minutes. Shoud hurriedly asked, "Dad, 10 minutes, Leona won't leave, right?" "No." Elder Sue sneered. "Leona should be still working on the property change procedures now. This procedure is very cumbersome, and it will be impossible to do it in a short while. She wants that old house so much, and now she finally went smoothly to get it. We'll definitely cooperate very seriously with the change process." Shoud nodded slightly, and at the same time, he was relieved. However, he quickly remembered something and asked, "Dad, Ziyu is also with her." Will there be any accidents then? Xiao knew that the old man liked Ziyu's granddaughter very much, and what he was really worried about was not Ziyu's safety, but whether the old man would stop the whole plan because of Ziyu. Old Su's expression was slightly loose at this time, and he sighed slightly and said, I have already let people know the wanted man. I have given him Leona and the photos of Zhifei and Ziyu. I told him clearly that he only needs to know these 3 people, it is enough to take the life of Leona. Now the boy has flown back here early in the morning, and there is one Ziyu left. That person has also seen the photos of Ziyu in advance and will not harm her. Xiao hurriedly pretended to be relieved and sighed, that would be great. To be honest, I still like child Ziyu very much. This child is really the brightest and the best of the Su family. The one with an idea and understanding of things around. Yes, Elder Su couldn't help sighing. It would be nice if Ziyu was a boy. What a pity. Xiao caught the look of regret in the old man's eyes, and a vicious thought flashed in his heart. From the bottom of his heart, he hoped that Leona and Ziyu would die together this day. In this way, even if the eldest brother Xin does not feel sorry for Leona, he will definitely feel sorry for Ziyu. If the old man killed Leona and Ziyu at the same time, then Xin would definitely hate the old man. When the time comes, the eldest brother will not just be exiled to Australia, he will definitely fight to the death with the old man. In order to protect himself, the old man will completely expel his eldest brother from the Su family, leaving him with nothing and no chance of turning over for a lifetime. In that case, the future patriarch will be able to sit more firmly. So, he checked the time and said to old man, Dad, I will go to the bathroom now and come back soon. Elder Su did not suspect that he was there, nodded slightly, and waved his hand. Go. Xiao immediately came out of the old man's study. After that, he hurriedly took out his mobile phone and sent a text message to his confidant. The old man spent 10 million a few days ago to find an A-level wanted criminal. Now immediately find out the name of the wanted criminal, and then contacted him as quickly as possible and tell him that I could call his family again. 20 million will be passed, but the premise is to add a condition so that he will kill Ziyu at the same time as he kills Leona.